Ipsedixitism, the practice of dogmatic assertion. Favorite case of I believe that almost all of my dogmatic assertions are superficial, for appearances, and made facetiously. I don't know anything I say with confidence and forcefully that is definitely true. Besides a few egregious things that I believe that should be stated in fact as obviously bad and yada yada yada. And things that are obviously good, yada yada. What is... But besides those few things that are obviously egregious and bad and everybody agrees that these things are bad, I don't know if I can confidently say much. What is it that I can confidently say is true? I have no idea. Albeit there's some things that I really believe I should be able to say that's confidently true, but I'm so confused. I think in this confusion, I'm talking to avoid, talking through my hat, speaking nonsense, bosh, codswallop, fiddly stick dop boppers. Methinks that I do not know much. No, methinks me knows that I don't know anything, and thence I see meself as somebody trying to be protean and perhaps impressionable and vulnerable to Grandiloquentism or flip-flopping between public trends and ideas, because I don't know who I am or what I should be or what is good. I always try to strive to be good, agathism, always striving for justice, but I have no idea who I am. There's not much in this world that I could confidently say forcefully that is irrefutable, axiomatic, truthful, very truthful, with much verisimilitude. There's not much I can say besides who is best girl and the booty is better than the boobies. Besides those things, I don't know what else I can say. Celestia Upturia is best girl from Recreators, and I state that as irrefutable fact. 'Tis fact. Probably. Jisoo from Blackpink is best girl. It's irrefutable. It's axiomatic. It's a truth. Truth. If you have alternative facts, they're not true. Jean Dardenne is the best at parodying the seamier side of the seamy side of bigoted Frenchism. I don't know. He plays a bigot in the OSS Saint-Decept Chironesta Spies, and he does a great job at it. He's fantastic, and he's hilarious. I also like this video, Julia Galef's meta-updating video about Bayesian thinking and updating your thought or what you believe on an issue with more and more information. Albeit you have to find information to be able to get more information, to be able to be in a situation where you're able to do meta updating. Because if you don't get new information, if you're bogged down in an algorithm of samey-wamey ideas, you're stuck with those ideas forevermore. I want to be nice, methinks, but how much are these algorithms really keeping me in a certain mindset? I guess I have to manually find it or be inspired by others, some kind of like social constructivism. You know, YouTube comments like, your idea is bullshit! And if I see bad comments like, you suck, I have to wonder, why do I suck? I gotta figure out, why do I suck? Is it my personality? Is my rambling self? What is it that makes me suck? I gotta adapt or maybe not adapt. Sometimes you gotta be steadfast. Actually, the words steadfast and bigoted are very similar because you're kind of like unwilling to change, but sometimes you should be steadfast and stand up for what you believe in. What am I saying? This is so confusing.
My dear sir, it never will be clear as long as she's explaining it.
I'm doing the Ipsedixitism, the practice of dogmatic assertion. I don't know. I'm making a dogmatic assertion about dogmatic assertions? I can't take any Ipsedixitism seriously. It's all... everything, it all seems like it should be facetious, because what can we say that we know? This is very Socrates-like, wasn't he the guy who said, I know nothing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking... Shit! Recreators is this really good anime show, by the way, that reminds me a lot of Hamlet, because they're pretty much putting on a play for the villain character, like in Hamlet. I don't know, I thought that was great. Recreators is a great show. I haven't watched anime in a while, and Recreators kind of got me into it, because it's more like a welcome back party. That show is great. You see all the tropes being parodied. It's like Devil's a Part-Timer. It's a good parody, reverse isekai. Reverse isekai is very good. It's much better than isekai, actually. I don't know why. I believe that all of my dogmatic assertions are superficial and made facetiously or through ignorance or through lack of understanding or not willing to actually look up and read more and read the counterpoints, yada, yada, yada. And sometimes you get entrenched in a position and you start saying, as of this position, I believe yada, yada, yada. Albeit maybe you don't believe yada, yada, yada because you haven't looked at the whole yada, yada, yadas. All I do is talk through my hat. All I do is speak bosh. I speak the bosh, the codswallop, the nonsense. Methinks not me knows much. No, methinks not me knows that I don't know much, and thence meself should try to be protean and changeable and change and adapt. Be a girouettism makes me vulnerable to girouettism. I think in the past I wasn't able to do a dogmatic assertion that I was a weeb, but I must have been a weeb at some point because I was into anime quite a bit at some point. But I think I was more of a closeted weeb, being like, oh, those guys are so lame. Once I visited Japan, I totally grew out of it. Totally grew just not interested anymore. Or I'd also say, oh, I like these K-dramas now. I'm more of a Koreaboo these days, you know? Well, I mean, I'll say this internally, so don't talk to many people, but... Or I'd say, oh, I'm totally a Francophile now. I'm a big... Or what's the other word that reminds me of tulip? Like Galliophile, something like that. Francophile is easier to remember. Or I'm a Russophile. I love these French Russian movies. I'm a globalist. Is that a good word? I'm a globalist. No, what's a good word for globophilia? No, that sounds sexual. Doesn't philia always have that gross sexual connotation? Albeit you don't want it to have that sexual connotation because you just want to use... You want a suffix for a prefix that means you love something or really like something without having that weird sexual connotation. Like... Hirsute, you know the word hirsute for hairy or pileus, hairy? I would want a word hirsutophobia. No, hirsute, I'll put it in the, right there. Hirsutophilia, or actually in Urban Dictionary it says the attraction to hairy men, but I just want to say fondness of hair as a word. I want it as a word. Fondness of hair. Fondness of hairy things. I don't know, I always want these very specific words because I love words and I think words are kind of fun. Albeit it's all made up. I love made up stuff. I love stories. I love all nonsense. I love dogmatic assertions, maybe. I don't know. I can't even make an assertion about liking stuff. Wait, did I made some... It's not really dogmatic though, because dogmatic is... I need a device to look up dogmatic. Dogmatics... What is dogmatic? What? I forgot. Dictionary. Alright, so this is not an unabridged dictionary. It's sort of limited. This is a pocket dictionary, but... The entry, the dictionary entry is pretty good. It's okay. Dogma, noun, tenet, authoritative, doctrine, dogmatic, adjective, overbearing, doctrinaire. Okay. Yeah, I sometimes you repeat words so much you like, what does that mean? Sometimes I do rote word learning, like I write the word over and over again, and you write it so much that you misspell it. And you just get really confused, and then you start writing it the misspelled way a couple times. Like, oh crap, how is this word? What is this word? What is this word? What is word? This really evinces how made up words are when you do the rote learning stuff. The rote learning can mess with your head. So yeah, dogmatic assertions. Do I make dogmatic assertion? I'm not. It has to be motivated for like authoritative or political. Like you stomp on someone else's opinion. You're the jackboot. This is certain. So I do it a lot facetiously with best girl. Like blah 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 is best girl. Can I even come up with the best girl example? Yes, Jisoo. What are the anime girls I even like? It's very important. I think the problem is I stopped watching anime. Like I was watching it a lot in my teenage years, but as you get older, you realize that a lot of the anime you liked as a teenager is kind of poo-poo or generic. Maybe you just get jaded over the years. I don't know. Dogmatic assertions. Stomp on other people's opinion. Because you're on Team X and not on Team Y, your opinion is wrong. I'm effectively polarized because you are in X or Y camp. I forget. Are they the same? Oh no, Y, red, blue. What is? Who? Nah, your opinion's wrong because you're in X, Y camp, blue, red, blue. Dogmatic assertion. Oh, you poo-poo, bad thoughts. I'm gonna listen to your whole argument and then snipe out bits that I could take out of context. Heuristics, fond of wrangling for wrangling's sake, debating nonsense, loving debates.
I think I'm going insane. I wanna hear it. I can feel it in my spirit. Staring at the sun, feeling moribund. Look into my eyes to show you where I'm coming from. Attach my pain into your life or leave you just as numb. But what's the point of living if I'm feeling dead inside? But what's the point of giving if I have no real desire?